If you're serious about your skincare and would like to know all about my recent 42-day trial of the new Allies of Skin serum that not only has a wonderful formulation but has made an improvement to the texture, clarity, firmness of my skin and scene of some of my wrinkles, hooray! Then keep on watching. Hello and welcome to the world of Craig. Yes, that's me, I'm Craig, and this is my channel where we get into all things hair and sometimes a little bit of beauty. Now, you've already seen from the intro that the lovely peeps at Allies of Skin, huge Allies of Skin fan, 90% of the skincare that goes on my boat race, that's Cockney rhyming slang for face, is Allies of Skin, gifted me the multi-peptide and GF advanced lifting serum. I said it without looking at the bottle. Hooray! They gifted this to me, and they asked me to try the serum for 42 days and to record the results and to make them a reel, which was sponsored, which was paid for, which might be up on my grid on my Instagram, which is on the screen now. But I love this product so much and I love all of the line. I have about 3 of the different products, including this on my face at the moment and including the lip balm, which is just so good. So I thought it made sense to share it with all of you. So what can this serum do? What is it? What does it do? And what could it possibly do for you? Let's get into the video. So before we get into exactly what is in this serum, what a growth factor is, and then I'll read some information from my iPad because it's really important in any of these videos where I'm telling you about a formulation that I get it right. A couple of housekeeping things. Yes, number one, I have come as a Muppet. I'm not sponsored by Jim Henson or Allies of Skin, by the way, to make this video. This is just something I'm making off my own back because I love the line. The peeps there are so wonderful. The products are so incredible. Shout out to Nicholas Travis, who is the founder of the brand and is involved in the formulation of the products. But yes, I have come as a Muppet in my fabulous jumper. I thought I'd wear it before it got too warm to wear it and share it with you. Number two, I have had quite a bad head cold over the last 10 days. So I apologize if I sound a little bit like Mr. Snuffleupagus. Nice segue, but it is what it is and I just have to film a few videos today. So, the kind of star ingredient, if you like, in this serum is the GF part, which is growth factor. What is growth factor? Well, growth factors are peptides, and we are pretty much made of peptides, okay? Peptides and growth factors are already present in our bodies. But the growth factors in this serum, and it's worth mentioning here as well, they're quite an expensive ingredient to formulate at this level and to be this active. Growth factors stimulate collagen, which are the building blocks of us as human beings. Collagen's in our bones, collagen's in our skin, collagen's in our hair. It's everywhere. It's all of us. And that's exactly what growth factors do. Especially, like I said, at this level in this formulation. It's formulated with lots of other things which help the growth factors work even more, which we'll get into in a second when I read from my teenage iPad. But effectively, what the growth factors in this are doing is stimulating collagen production. Now, as we get older, I'll be 52 this year, I know. As we get older, collagen production slows down. And the collagen in our skin is the thing that is kind of like the thing that holds all the cells together, if you like, and gives our skin the firmness, the plumpness, and that cushioniness. It's also the thing that stops wrinkles from forming, or if the collagen starts to deplete, that creates wrinkles. Obviously, expression creates wrinkles too, but the more collagen you have in your skin, the firmer, plumper, and you could say more radiant as well, because if your skin is smoother, then it's obviously the light's going to bounce off of it more, so it's going to look smoother. And that's what the growth factors, the GF part of this, will have put a picture of this so you can see it up on the screen at some point. And that's what the growth factors in this serum do. Now, before we get into the other ingredients, I will insert as well a little bit of video here of the texture. It has a very, very light texture. Like a serum would do. Doesn't really have any fragrance to it at all. I did a 42-day trial of this, and I'm going to show you some of the pictures, maybe even some video clips of the results a little bit later on. But I did a 42-day, quite hard to say with a head cold, trial of this, and I used it twice a day. I stopped using all my other active skincare. So I stopped using my tretinoin, I stopped using any glycolics or anything else. I just used this serum twice a day. Sometimes I did put the Allies Peptide Moisturiser, the daily moisturising treatment, I think it's called, so many long names, over the top of it if my skin was feeling particularly dry, because it has been quite dry. It's been very cold here in London, hence the jumper. So that's how I was using it. You would use it twice a day, AM and PM. I did find on some days that I didn't need to put anything over the top of it, but I wanted to get the maximum benefit from those amazing growth factors in this serum. So let's get into what other ingredients are in here. And I did also do a bit of research on what growth factors can do as I was testing this, to be able to explain it to you. But let's have a look at what else is in this amazing serum. Yes, I'm back with my teenage iPad. Now, let me read some of these other amazing ingredients in here. Not seen them in my specs before. Hello. So, in here we have a 9% lifting peptide complex as well. This complex helps improve skin smoothness and reduce the appearance of expression lines, such as forehead and around the eyes. Now, I have seen quite an amazing result on this line on my neck, which they call tech neck, which I get from being on my phone and being sat at the computer and stuff like that. So that's something I'll show you some slides of in a second, some pictures of in a second. There is that 3% oligopeptide, which is the growth factor complex, a potent concentration of this powerhouse active ingredient to stimulate collagen production and skin recovery. I will mention at this point, this is £176, this serum. It's not a cheap product, it is an investment. You know, it is something that, you know, it's a considered purchase. I do have a discount code for Allies of Skin, which I will pop on the screen. It's an affiliate code. If you use it, it helps to support me, so I really appreciate that. But I do understand that this isn't, it's not a cheap drugstore product, and it does have a price to it, but that's because of the formulation. I will also put the discount code down below, and I think I'll make an Allies of Skin playlist, because I have 2, 3 or 4 maybe videos now here on my channel, none of which have anything to do with any sponsorship, and I'll put those in a playlist and pop that down below. Now my iPad's just turned upside down. Hold on, let's have a little look. So what else have we got in here? We have copper lysine. Now that's a very interesting ingredient, because copper lysine is an amino acid, and I know a little bit about that because of some hair care research and development that I did with the brand, which I'm not allowed to talk about, allowing the skin to reduce the appearance of deep wrinkles and improve firmness. Then it has phospholipids, powerful humectants that naturally occur on the skin, protecting it from external factors like weather and chemicals. Glycolipids, found in humans, animals and plants, they help improve the skin appearance and barrier function. You know, obviously, if you're going to use a product that's very active and you're going to use other products in conjunction with this that do have lots of actives in them, like glycolics and, PHAs, BHAs, lots of different things, and retinols as well. Although I do think it's worth, if you are going to use a product like this, just to use this on its own so you can see the maximum results, if you like, and just omit your other skincare for a while. But barrier function to the skin is really important. You know, we want to make sure that our skin is protected and in recovery as well all of the time. Glasses on and off, age. And then 2% DermCom helps to stimulate natural growth factors of the skin that enhance the synthesis of collagen and elastin in the dermis. Long sentence when you're very bunged up. So that means that DermCom, there we go, DermCom, is an ingredient that helps to make everything else more effective. And that's why Allies are so amazing, is because they really put the research and development into their products. They have tested this clinically and the results are amazing. They're all on their website, and I will link that down below as well in the description. So that's what's in this, but what results did I see personally? Well, as I've already mentioned, I used it twice a day for 42 days. I really enjoyed the texture. I found a lot of the time, as I've already mentioned, I didn't need to use another moisturizer. I used 2 to 3 pumps on my face, my forehead and my neck. My forehead is part of my face, isn't it, I think? I took it right up here as well, around under my eyes, not really right next to my lash line, but around this bit here, the bone, the orbital bone, that's the one. And I'm gonna pop a couple of, first of all, I'll pop a video on screen of me with this freshly applied to my face, because at the moment I do have a little bit of Fenty Beauty foundation on and a bit of concealer around my eyes. So I'll pop a video in here of me barefaced with some brows on, barefaced, and you can just see the texture of my skin. I really feel, and I really found that this does give the skin a kind of glow on using it. And I don't know if, because the formulation is so amazing, but I don't know if it's possible that it does give the skin a kind of immediate firmness and slight tightness. Not like a lifting and not like an uncomfortable tightness, but like a subtle firming texture. I found that if I use this as a base for makeup, I used it and let it dry down and then put makeup over the top, that my makeup always went on really well. It was very smooth. I have it on my skin now. I do have a bit of the Peptide daily treatment on as well, because my skin is really dry because I've had this cold. So I really enjoyed the texture, and I noticed a kind of immediate firmness to the skin and definitely a glow, okay? Really simple to use. Has, as I've said already, has a lovely texture, repeating itself, Craig. But what kind of results did I see? Well, I'm going to pop here on this side a photograph that I took on day 1. Okay, let's have a photograph of day 1. And we're going to focus on my neck here. And then on this side, I'm going to put a photograph that I took on day 42. Okay, so at the end of the trial, me using it twice a day, every day for 42 days. And there's still some in here. There's still a little bit left in here. I'm finding it hard to, it's got a pump on it. I'm finding it hard to get the last bit out now, so it's almost empty. So it lasted me really well. And I don't know about you, but I can see the difference on this tech neckline. I don't really have loads of lines around my eyes. I have some, and I have lines on my forehead a little bit as well, but I'm really great to have some here too, of course, a bit of frowning. But I'm really grateful that I don't have loads around my eyes, but this line really does bother me. And you can see in these two pictures, day 1, day 42, that line is definitely softened. Of course, results for everybody will differ, I'm sure, and you have to use something consistently to see results. I do have an LED mask that I use every day on my face. I use it every day for 10 minutes. I absolutely love it. There's a video about it here on my channel. I love my LED mask. That doesn't go on my neck though, it just goes on my face. I don't know whether I get a residual effect on my neck. Now I'm just rambling, but I definitely saw results. You know, I enjoyed the texture, I enjoyed that firmness and that kind of immediate plumping. My skin the texture seems to be a bit more refined. And, you know, it also there seems to be a clarity to the skin from using this. So all in all, it's a win from me. Allies of Skin, Hold On, Multi-Peptide and GF Advanced Firming Serum. Also just worth mentioning before I say goodbye that this is formulated without silicones, sulfates, alcohol, essential oils or fragrance. So if you are sensitive to any of those things, the people at Allies of Skin have said no and they're not in here. A lot of people are sensitive to fragrance, and essential oils can also be very sensitizing. And some people hate silicones. I personally love them, but I would suspect that as I know with hair care, as I know from K18 and from some of the R&D that I do with other brands that you never get to find out about because I've signed an NDA, multiple NDAs, that silicones they can inhibit peptides doing their job. So there's no silicones in here. That's it. We've got to the end of the video. I'm a huge fan of this. I really have seen it make a difference to my skin. Obviously, everyone, as I've already mentioned, is different. In my opinion, is it something you need to run out and buy? No, but if you are really serious about skincare and you really want to sort of, you know, elevate your skincare and see the results that you can get from this, and like I've said, I've linked it down below in the description, so go and check it out on their website because there's loads of information and those clinical studies, then maybe this serum is for you. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, maybe you've just enjoyed it and made you giggle, or you love my sweater, then you know exactly what to do. It really helps me out when you like my content, and if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell so that you see everything that's coming here on my channel. And if you're really here for the hair and you want to see more of my day-to-day, then you can always check out my Instagram, which is on the screen now. I'm losing fluff on my jumper. But that's it for this time. You all take lots of care, and I'll see you all in the next one.